And we're hot.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to tonight's episode of Locked and Loaded. I actually can say ladies and gentlemen because we do have ladies in the audience. I am one of your hosts, SmartPig2150. With me is Sergeant Buck.
Hey, Europeans, you want to buy some memes?
And possibly Pav. He's feeling a little under the weather today.
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
Yep, there he is.
I'm completely fine.
Completely fine. How's that? How does that fifth of rum feel? It's looking kind of empty, isn't it?
Oh, it's been empty for like 30 minutes.
Oh man.
Oh man.
It's dead, Jim.
It's dead.
And here I've just got to...
There's no reviving that.
You're making me feel kind of like a pleb with my can of Fathom IPA here. Although I did just chug, well not chug, but I finished a bottle of pumpkin Schwarzbier, so...
Pumpkin.
Did you just say you had pumpkin spice beer?
Schwartz. He said it was...
Listen, it's the Pacific North...
Pretty sure it's spice. Pretty sure it means spice.
Listen, this is.
It's September, Buck. It's September. Not only that. What?
I didn't realize. Buck, come on, dude. I didn't realize you were a white girl.
The bomber was on sale. And this is fucking Seattle. We put pumpkin spice on everything.
Actually, yeah. They started up the pumpkin spice line in Starbucks. Like at the end of August.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I am seeing plant farms around here with their Christmas decorations up. I'm not even kidding.
I believe it. And here I am. I'm just drinking my good old Yingling.
Oh. I love that stuff. It's
so
good.
It's so good. It really is.
Still prefer dark lagers. I don't understand.
Well, no. Okay, so Pav, you would probably like this. You probably like this Elysian Dark Knife. It's a dark lager. It's a pumpkin dark lager.
Well, they've got
pumpkin. That's what gets.
So Yingling, they've got different kinds of lager. They've got the traditional. They've got a amber lager, a red lager.
I think that's the one I had when I was back east.
They also have what they're calling a black and tan, but it's more of a stout than a black and tan.
Okay, I haven't had that one.
It's good. It's actually my favorite one. They don't come in pints.
Yeah. So you can get Sam Adams out here, but you can't get Yingling. I don't know why. That's just
because it's an Eastern thing.
Sam Adams is a bit better on the advertising.
Okay.
No, I think Sam Adams is just a national brand. It's just a difference between something that's slightly half local and then something that's more national.
I've never actually seen an advertisement for Yingling, but I have seen plenty of advertisements for Sam Adams.
Yeah.
Oh, I emptied my tank without realizing it. That's not good.
Roro. Don't do that.
Shit, I'm gonna need a new coil tomorrow. I broke it.
Well. Alright. Where were we?
We were talking about what we were drinking, and I think we were getting ready to get into the segments that we have.
Let's talk about things that make us want to drink.
Way ahead of you, Bob. Way ahead.
Yeah. I was way ahead of both of us on this one.
Yeah.
I think it was like, 3 o'clock when I told you guys? It was like, I'm already too drunk for the show.
Well, you know what? We just call that pre-show drinking.
Then again, it was also like 5:30 for me. I had just gotten home. I just cracked open a beer.
Yeah. Here I'm like 3:30. Wow, that's
That was not my pick of choice.
Well, I've started at 3:30 before. Usually when I get off of work, it's like, okay, fuck it, we're doing this.
I just had a rough day, so I decided I'd just crack one open as soon as I got home.
Yep. All right, so first up on the chopping block of news, as you can tell from the title, our theme today seems to be schools. Oh.
Yeah, a lot of school stuff going
yeah.
on.
It's this has been a good week for news, all things considered. Last week was kind of shit. This week, having a lot more
last
fun.
week there was literally nothing last week.
No.
Yeah, we couldn't find anything really.
We found Colin Kaepernick memes, and I managed to screw that up.
Yeah, you did.
We had fun.
We did have fun with that.
And that's the whole reason we do this show. All right. So.
All right, so you want to read?
Yeah, sure. I'll kick this one off.
Go for it.
From Breitbart, professor shoots himself with .22 pistol to protest Donald Trump. I put this in as a shit post like a year ago, like on the Saints.
Yeah, I remember that.
Something like that. Of people are going to kill themselves to protest Trump, and now it's happening.
But he didn't.
He didn't kill
He
himself.
didn't kill himself.
He didn't
shot
kill
himself in
himself.
the
But
arm,
it's like,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
But just
with a fucking 22.
And he collapsed. He collapsed after shooting himself with the 22.
This is why
in
we
the arm.
So,
This is why you don't go vegan.
How ready do you think he was? Like it probably pierced the skin enough for him to start bleeding, and I doubt he was smart enough to actually, set
Make it a
himself
flesh-
up. Yeah,
Or
yeah.
make sure it's just a flesh wound. He
Or
probably
have-
broke his arm.
Should have used a 44, just blown the arm off.
Just
Then he could at
the
least
arm.
get disability benefits.
right.
No, he wouldn't.
No,
It's a
no, the school
self-inflicted
would.
wound.
Someone shot me in the bathroom while I was alone.
Did you try and kill yourself?
No, the gun did.
Who was holding the gun, sir?
It's haunted.
Let's not
It's all
talk about
haunted.
that. Let's just not talk about that.
Oh man.
So moving on.
A sociology professor at the College of Southern Nevada shot himself in the arm with a .22 pistol in protest of President Donald Trump. The professor's wounds are not life-threatening, but he now faces multiple charges for bringing the gun onto campus to carry out the protest. Good job.
Is that your slow clap?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not. It didn't sound like a hand clap. Just saying.
Would you rather it sound like a gun slide? Because I can get that effect really quick. Let me just find my gun.
Yeah, do it. Do it.
Oh, it's right here.
Make sure it's your head that you're hitting it with.
Hitting my head with the gun?
Yeah.
Quad?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's called
If
a
you say
self-pistol
so.
whip.
I thought Pistol Whip was a brand of whipped cream. The the Las Vegas Review-Journal
Yeah,
reports that...
it's definitely a type of cream, buddy.
Hey, it still works.
What do we? Do you have an airsoft gun? Is that
Yeah,
what you're dealing with
yeah.
right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
all
very
right.
disappointed.
I'm
in
not
you.
actually going to fucking shoot
I'm
myself
slightly
on air.
disappointed.
I'm not even slightly. I'm very. It's like you could have at least gone and grabbed your 45.
I've got my grandfather's 38. It's just a revolver. That doesn't quite have
It
the
doesn't-
sounds.
It doesn't quite have the sound of the slide.
No.
I get it.
Yeah.
I'm still disappointed in you.
I can just spin the cylinder in front of the microphone for a few minutes, like, hey. Okay, where was I? The Las Vegas Review-Journal reports that the professor, Mark J. Bird, shot himself in a bathroom on campus, then stumbled out, quote, bleeding, before he collapsed. Bird taped a $100 bill to the mirror prior to shooting himself as a tip to the janitor for cleaning up the mess.
Are you telling me that he didn't even clean up after himself after he did that?
What a fucking casual.
Yeah, okay, that's what I'm saying. Like, the guy, he probably didn't even take precautions to, like, bandage himself up or, like, have it be an easy clean or anything. He's just like, fuck you, Trump, bang.
That's mind-boggling.
Bird was hired by the college in 1993 and is currently a professor.
That was a mistake.
Yeah, is currently a professor emeritus. Wow.
What the hell is that?
So you've got like seasonal hiring, tenure, and I think emeritus is like beyond tenure.
How do you get beyond tenure if you're so shit for brains that you'd shoot yourself?
See, if I knew the question to that, I'd be on track to becoming a teacher, and fuck that. The police.
Exactly, Cynic. It was absolutely, completely inconsiderate of him. It doesn't matter if he taped $100 bills to the window. It's mirror. It's still blood and stuff.
Yeah, that's still like a fucking biohazard. The police report on the incident words notes that, quote, Bird said he had shot himself in protest of President Donald Trump, end quote. Bird faces charges for firing a gun in a gun-free zone and also for carrying a concealed weapon without a permit and possessing a dangerous weapon on school property.
Not only
I don't think
not only did he end up with a wound and make a huge mess for the janitors to clean up, but he also broke the law in so many ways that he's probably never going to be able to get his hand on a gun legally again.
Talk about adding insult to self-inflicted injury.
It's just like
what did you think was going to happen?
It's like the justice system. It's like the justice system looked at this dumbass and said, "Oh, so you're protesting Trump by shooting yourself? Well, let me just squat over your face and shit all over you really quick. Here you go."
I don't think the First Amendment covers self-inflicted gun wounds.
No, I don't think it does.
I'm sorry. Too retarded. Yes, I'm going to shoot myself. Where am I going to shoot myself? I'm going to shoot myself at a school.
I'm going to commit a school shooting. But I'm going to be the only victim.
Show him.
Oh my god. Cynic in the chat, was he pro-gun control per chance? Probably.
Probably, yes.
As evidence, you're gonna love this. This segues perfectly. Part 2. Professor says he shot himself to protest AR-15s and malnutrition, not Trump. The same professor.
Wow.
Wait, hold on.
I'm going to protest guns by demonstrating how dangerous they are by intentionally shooting myself.
Now if I
That's really getting the message across that guns themselves are dangerous.
think sociology. Which isn't that just how to form studies? How to ask people questions and take surveys? I thought that's all sociology was. Just holy
No.
shit.
Sociology, if you actually look into it, is really neat, but
I'm going to die from all this laughter. Jesus Christ.
This fucking dude.
All right, we gotta find another thing to make Pav lose his shit.
Like, how about the rest of this article?
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh man.
Wait, what?
I'm just gonna kick this off.
This is the first time you guys are seeing me see these articles for the first time on air. Or otherwise, like, I'm normally a part of picking them, and so, like, I get all my shit out when I first see them when we're picking articles.
I think this is the best part of this.
I've not seen any of these before.
Oh, and this one came out today. The College of Southern Nevada professor who allegedly shot himself to protest President Trump left behind letters saying he actually shot himself in protest of AR-15 rifles and malnutrition.
Wait, left behind?
Malnutrition?
Left behind letters saying he actually shot himself in protest of AR-15 rifles and malnutrition.
Okay, how the fuck does this have anything to do with malnutrition?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
What does it have to do with the fucking AR-15?
Yeah.
It's his point, oh, look, I shot myself once. If I had an AR-15, I could shoot myself several times.
You know, I'm really kind of like, I'm stuck on this first picture here, because they're using that's got to be at least a 9mm. They should have picked a picture of a fucking, like, of something that actually shoots.
With the receiver design,
it's more pathetic.
Cynic actually brings up an excellent point. Left behind, as in he thought he was going to not live through it.
In case I'm not alive myself. Okay, so this fucking article. Holy shit.
Okay, keep going.
Breitbart News reported that the professor, Mark J. Bird, shot himself in the arm with a .22 pistol while on campus. And according to the Las Vegas Review-Journal, the police report on the incident notes that Bird said he had shot himself in protest of President Donald Trump. But apology letters which Bird typed before wounding himself do not even mention Trump.
Way to get your story straight there, buddy.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not even getting you don't even have to get your story straight with other people. It's just you.
Blue Lives Matter published one of his letters in which Bird notes malnutrition and pollution deaths as the reason for his actions. He also cites a lack of legislation to ban AR-15s. He wrote...
Yeah.
Jesus fuck. He wrote...
How does shooting yourself, all that's gonna do is cost you a shit ton of money and a doctor's a shit ton of time. I don't understand. Like...
My God.
I'm
okay.
so
He had a 2-shot... Something tells me that he used a 2-shot Derringer to shoot himself.
Why? Why do you think that?
Because of what
it's
he
about
wrote.
as easy to buy an AR-15 as a 2-shot Derringer.
This is from one of his letters. He wrote, quote, "There has been no national legislation banning bump stocks, banning civilian ownership of AR-15 type assault weapons, which on its own hurts to say." Oh my God. The AR-15s are on assault rifles, and this dude.
Moving on, we can beat this topic to death.
He should have used
the passage of universal background checks
legislation. That's exactly right.
Apparently, it's easy to buy an AR-15 as a 2-shot Derringer. Bird shot himself in a campus bathroom. He chose to shoot himself in the left forearm, quote, because he was right-handed and had researched places...
Wait. He shot himself in the forearm and collapsed?
Wait.
Yeah, forearm.
He shot himself in the forearm.
So not even like the shoulder? I was thinking shoulder.
So not even like the upper arm where like the bone is, or the bicep or any of those nerve clusters that could actually cause enough pain for me to think maybe he collapsed and passed out from the pain.
No,
he shot himself in the forearm, which is one of the least sensitive places on the human body.
had researched places where he could be shot and hurt the least. Oh my! Okay. I love this next line. Okay. I gotta. Okay. When police responded to the incident, he told them he knew he had a 50-50 chance of hitting a major artery in his arm, and he did a good job by completely missing his artery. And he was very pleased. He was absolutely in no pain and didn't need any pain medication.
How did he collapse if he wasn't in any pain?
He can't stand the sight of blood. I don't know.
If you know you have a 50-50 shot of piercing an artery, why would you do that? Alexa, play Despacito. Fuck! Jesus Christ. Why?
I don't think words can describe how viscerally I want to facepalm right now.
Oh.
Buck, cue that facepalm meme with Jean-Luc Picard.
Oh, jeez.
That's not
That's
part
my
of the.
job,
That's
isn't
not
it?
part of the format.
Oh. Why don't you have these things on hand?
I don't have memes on speed dial. I'll get sued by the EU.
How would you get sued by the EU if you're not in the EU?
They'd find a way. It's the fucking EU. They're mostly German.
You're not helping your case there, Buck.
I didn't say I was helping.
You need to have
What
you
case?
need to have at least one facepalm meme at the ready at all times when we're doing the show. You know this from
Buck.
experience.
Look.
But we didn't write this down. Yes, Pav?
Fair enough. Fair enough.
If you don't put it in the documentation, I can't fix it.
What documentation? We're doing this by the seat of our pants.
We have a kitchen?
I said by the seat of our pants. As in the things that you put on the lower half of your body.
Not the sink.
Yes, You're missing my joke. Moving on. All right. Now we're going to get to everyone's favorite woke institution. For those of you who don't know, we're going to be talking about our good friends down at Evergreen State College. Oh boy, are they in for a world of hurt. Evergreen State sees catastrophic drop in enrollment after social justice meltdown.
Meltdown.
Meltdown. Their words, not mine. This is from Fox News.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. That article. We're looking at
Yes.
that article.
Yes, we are. And I look at this. All I can do is sit back and just laugh. Like, what did you think would happen?
I mean, we already saw drops in enrollment last September.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, because they had fucking people walking around in like baseball bats patrolling for white supremacy. God, I hate my state.
Why do you still live there?
Because it's greener than everywhere else and it's not as hot.
Yeah, don't go to Montana. I'm thinking about moving
Okay.
to Montana, but I don't like the heat.
All right, I'll kick this one off.
All right.
Evergreen State sees catastrophic drop in enrollment after social justice meltdown. New enrollment down at Evergreen State College. No shit. Evergreen State College enrollment plummeted after fallout from the controversial Day of Absence in May 2017 when all white people were asked to leave campus. You think? The publicly funded college committed to social justice became the poster child of a campus overrun by hyper-political correctness when students shut down the campus and shouted down then evolutionary biology professor Brett Weinstein for merely questioning the event kicking white people off campus. Weinstein, who describes himself as deeply progressive, ultimately lost his job and was labeled a racist and white supremacist. Although just estimates, a representative from Evergreen said they expect around 350 freshmen this fall, with a total of 3,000 to 3,100 total enrollment, both of which do represent significant decreases as compared to before the 2017 unrest.
So a quick little point there with total enrollment. I believe to receive state funding you need around 3,700 to 4,000 students. So they have dipped below that threshold now.
By quite a bit.
Yeah, they're running the risk of losing state funding.
They're not state funded anymore, Darebuck.
They better not be.
They're just not. They better not be. That's right. It's a catastrophic drop, but I'm hoping we'll recover. Good luck, Evergreen professor Mike Peros told Fox News. Advocacy and activism rather than the pursuit of truth and knowledge is being promoted as a way of recruiting desperately needed new students, Peros wrote. Bringing in new faculty or guest speakers with conservative or centrist political perspectives is considered risky and out of the question at the moment. Fear and self-censorship is pervasive among Evergreen faculty, especially under the existing budget crisis. If the faculty are pervaded by fear and self-censorship, how do you think freaking new students would feel?
Right.
It's like, but holy crap!
Hell, I mean, I had the same problem when I was at Western. Just like, oh god.
Isn't Evergreen College the place that gang of LGBTQers were walking around with baseball bats and threatening people because they weren't LGBTQ?
I don't know about that, but there were definitely LGBT students walking around with fucking baseball bats. The reasons why, I don't know. I know they were searching cars that were pulling up to campus. I think they were searching for Brett.
Searching cars?
Yes. Asking to know who was in the car. This was in the wake of...
Yeah.
No. This was that. I remember that incident. I was actually talking about a group of them who posed in a picture and were walking around and actually actively harassing white kids and people that looked like they were cis hetero.
I think I've seen that photo, actually.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Evergreen that group of students was at.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Peros is the only remaining Evergreen educator at Heterodox Academy. What the hell is... An advocacy group of professors to counteract narrowing of viewpoints on college campuses. I am saying that right?
Campuses, yeah.
And the practicing veterinarian who teaches biological and environmental sciences as offering a new class this fall to help change that.
So Heterodox Academy was started by Jonathan... I think his last name is pronounced Haidt, Haidt, and he's very. How do I describe Jonathan Haidt? It's
Jonathan Haidt.
Haidt, yeah, Haidt. I'm not sure how to pronounce it.
It's Haidt.
Haidt, okay.
I hear Friended say it all the fucking time.
Okay.
He's referring to him.
It's this. It's pronounced this way. God damn it. That they've got a strong emphasis on, okay, what is a rational way to determine this, that, the other thing. Kind of Petersonian in nature, but boy, that's an adjective, but but yeah, just like not advocating for fucking activism. Like, okay, this is what we're after. We're after what is true. We're after how to make the world a better place through things that we can prove to be true, rather than like, well, we need this thing because man in striped suit who happens to have pink hair said so.
Moving on.
Yeah.
Where was I? The class is called Liberal Education in the College Bubble, Crossing the Political and Cultural Divide. He's using the college as a case study to show students how higher education deals with issues of political diversity, free speech, freedom of thought, and censorship. Go ahead with what you were going to say.
I want to take this course.
But you already have your useless degree.
Yeah. But, like, fucking, I was on the receiving end of that fucking divide when I was at Western of, like, you can't say this, that, and the other thing. It's like, why? Just why?
I think I would have gotten kicked out of that school and it's like, fuck you. I'm going to say what I want.
I mean, I got kicked out of a dorm for saying what I wanted to, and that was fun. Having a fucking snowflake for a goddamn roommate.
I think I would have sued the school.
I had half a mind to, but I also had no money.
You can easily find a lawyer that would have done that pro bono.
Yeah, probably. Being kicked out of a fucking dorm over a tweet. I'm not joking. I'm not joking.
I love this next line.
Alright, good.
Paro's course description includes a trigger warning. Students who require ideological safe spaces where particular viewpoints are considered offenses may want to seek a different program.
This is our boy.
He hopes the class, which is full despite low enrollment overall, will show how Evergreen students are more open to diverse viewpoints than they have been portrayed. No, I don't think that's true. I think you're trying to show that they're more open, but they really aren't. The professor also pointed out that an independent external review panel exonerated the president and administrators while blaming Evergreen's woes on Brett Weinstein, and alt-right agitators prompted one journalist to ask, who will the Evergreen mob target next? Wait a second. An independent external review panel exonerated the president and administrators and blamed all of the bullshit on Brett Weinstein, who was just not down with their bullshit?
Apparently.
I'm starting to think this guy's not our boy now. Because if he was, he would be totally outraged by the whole situation.
No. Peros, I think that's his point. Is like this independent review panel exonerated the president when they shouldn't have. His point is not that this is a good thing. This point is okay. This supposedly independent entity said the president did nothing wrong. It's all this guy's fault over here. Because I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure Peros and Weinstein were colleagues in some capacity. I'm probably fucking wrong on that. But
yes, they were colleagues, as in they both worked at the same place. The question is, were they friends?
I'd have to ask Brett that.
Even though Evergreen is the only four-year college in the state of Washington to see a decrease in applications, the school's president, George Bridges, instead of pointing to the race-based protests as the problem, said it is really complex and not attributable to any one factor. No, it was those riots that happened that are causing people not to go to the school. It was the fact that a whole bunch of students decided to threaten a teacher with baseball bats because he was not down with segregation.
Is George Bridges on Twitter? I'm gonna look this up on my phone.
I don't think so. He's a president of a school.
I mean,
it's not that unreasonable, to be honest.
In May, to prepare for the drop in enrollment, Evergreen cut $6 million out of its budget. That's a big budget.
Yeah, it
A
is.
little over 10% of the total. That's only 10% of the total.
Yeah.
And laid off 20 faculty and staff, as well as not filing 19 vacant staff positions, the Seattle Times reported. Evergreen is the state's smallest public college, but over the past 5 years has seen a drop of 1,000 students. In addition to the negative publicity, and unsafe environment, no kidding, on campus, some students have said the college was not rigorous enough as their reason for leaving.
That's half the reason I didn't go in the first place.
So it's easy mode.
Yeah, they have a very strange structure. So I got this when I was there for a transfer day. I was considering transferring all my credits from community college to Evergreen. Was most degree programs have you start broad and focus as you go. Like, let's say you want to do AI programming, then you want to, okay, well, I want to start with the basics and then kind of hone my skills towards coding specifically for artificial intelligence. Evergreen does the opposite of that. They start you very, very finite and try to find as many applications as they can for your skills as you are learning, so you become a jack of all trades. But at the same time, you have no mastery. So you walk out and it's
that's
like...
exactly the opposite of what you want to happen.
Yeah, it's like, I can do anything, but I can't do it well.
Yeah,
so, yeah, and I just got a really weird vibe from the school. Like, I don't want to be here. I just don't.
Well, maybe that's a good thing because you really didn't want to be there.
Yeah. It's nice. It's a nice campus. I'm just like, this is.
Oh, hey,
too...
guys.
Yeah.
Programming alert. 2 women who dated Brett Kavanaugh defend him on The Story at 7 p.m. Eastern time.
Well, that was like 2 hours ago.
3 hours ago. 3 hours ago.
Good. Yeah, almost 3. Good job, Fox. Hey, you might want to watch this thing if you have a time machine.
Yep.
Oh, man.
That's the end of that article, though.
Yep.
Let's move to the next one.
Which involves Evergreen again. Yay! Fucking
Yay!
Evergreen State apologizes for using taxpayer funds to protest family farm. Why are they getting funding again?
We'll go through that in the article. Evergreen State College, the site of the controversial social justice-themed protest. No, those were riots. Has apologized for inappropriately using taxpayer-funded school resources to transport students and educators to protest at a blueberry farm 178 miles away.
Jesus Christ, that's like a 2-hour drive.
More than that. Save Family Farming, a nonprofit farming advocacy group, filed a complaint with the Washington State Public School in April after reviewing photos and videos which documented Evergreen vehicles transporting students to political protests targeting the family's farm in August 2017 over the death of a seasonal farm worker from Mexico. And now I'm interested in how this Mexican seasonal farm worker died.
Ay.
Activists descended on the farm protesting in the name of workers' rights, but medical examiners and the State Department of Labor and Industries found his death was due to natural causes unrelated to his work and cleared the farm of any wrongdoing, according to KGMI. Surprise, surprise.
Oh.
Evergreen President George Bridges apologized and said half a dozen faculty members have been strongly reprimanded. Okay, were they fired?
They probably just got a very rude
not
email.
Strongly enough. Safe Family Farming's executive director Gerald Barron said the organization appreciated the apology. Okay. Although there are some remaining questions, we really appreciate President Bridges' apology for this abusive use of taxpayer-funded resources and are encouraged that he has promised to work from keeping this from happening again.
Work from keeping this from happening. Okay, since this is a quote, I can't be mad at whoever edited this article. But goddamn,
Yeah, for a second when I read that, I was like, did I read that right? Did I say that right? No, that's actually what it said.
that's
Okay.
what it said. Yeah,
Moving on. There's a picture of Evergreen State College, or at least one of the lecture halls.
yeah. Doesn't that look
Anyways,
nice and Soviet?
However, Vincent Buys, a Republican state representative in the district containing the farm, said that the apology was not enough, and I agree.
Yeah.
What still concerns me is that we have teachers at Evergreen spouting things that are simply not true, and they're basically indoctrinating students to their point of view, which basically says these farm workers were being abused, etc., which is absolutely contrary to everything we've seen and everything that the investigation says, he said. So, for me, even using state resources in the classroom, the fact that they're indoctrinating so many students at Evergreen is essentially say that farmers are not taking care of their workforce is very, very troubling to me. They're saying more than that, buddy. Trust me. Dead silence. And I know why. Where was I? In fact, the blah, blah, blah. And that they would use this as a field trip to come up and see the evil farmer at work, I think is very troubling, regardless of how they're using those state resources. Save Family Farming claims Evergreen's protest harmed the workers' reputations, and many ended up losing their jobs as a result. What? Western Washington is known for having the highest pay in the nation, but Sumas Berry Farm provided state-of-the-art worker accommodations that met or exceeded all federal and state worker housing requirements, including a soccer field, camp-wide Wi-Fi, big screen satellite TVs, laundry facilities, catered meals, bilingual farming management, free transportation to healthcare facilities, and buses to town for shopping, according to the company's statement.
That's pretty nice for a fucking berry farm.
Uh-huh. So I was just thinking, wow, they really take care of their workforce. Evergreen State has seen a significant drop in freshman enrollment this past year and has had to make dramatic budget cuts, blah, 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 blah. There it goes.
Blah, 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 previous article.
We've already read this quote down here at the bottom.
Yep.
But holy crap, I mean, I didn't know. I don't really know that much about farms and their seasonal help and how they like take care of them and whatnot, but this is pretty badass. A soccer field, camp Wi-Fi, big screen satellite TVs, laundry facilities, catered meals, and free transport to health facilities and buses to town when they're not working.
Yeah, that's pretty, and that's all just available. Like, you don't have to use it. That's the nice part. Just like, holy shit, maybe I should work down there.
I'm like, man, it sounds really awesome to be a seasonal farm worker.
There's Mundane Matt's new job.
Right? I mean, he's close enough. I mean,
he is.
He's definitely close enough.
If you consider being a berry farmer, I hope your Spanish is good. But that's about it.
I don't even need to talk to anybody. Just point me at the bushes.
Yeah. And I've heard that starting, I think it's January 2019. I think minimum wage in the state's going to go up to $12 an hour, or somewhere around there. Might be like
but
$11.50 something.
They can only sustain so much with that. Those increases, you know?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know. I can hardly wait to see how many, mom and pop shops in my little town have to close come 2019. I'm like, why? We liked these people.
Yeah, but you know how it is. The left is all about big corporations and big government.
And yet
You know,
Google is fine.
No. They're for big corporations.
Four. Yeah. Yeah.
It's like they want big government and big corporations.
But we also want to tax the big corporations like crazy.
So
with the whole
those
head tax
big
thing.
corporations will eventually not be big anymore. And then the government will get bigger.
Good job, hard left. Good job. You're doing Stalin's work right there, I tell you.
Well, yeah, that's basically what their goal is, to make it so that everybody works for the government.
Oh man, did you see that article floating around? God, I should have pulled this up, but there was an article floating around about an LGBT activist group saying that sending bigots to gulags is compassionate.
I actually watched This Week in Stupid, and Sargon of the Pod actually went over that very article.
He did, yeah. It's like, oh boy.
Yeah, I don't really read these articles for myself unless I'm on the show here.
Mm-hmm.
I just listen to other people read them and listen to them make their remarks so that I can save all of my snarky remarks for the show.
Which is fine. That's what this show thrives on, is snarky remarks.
I mean,
from everybody.
True story.
I feel like you guys are lacking in that a little bit.
Yeah, well, it's hit or miss some weeks.
Dick.
Yeah. Well, why don't you step up your snark game then? Yeah.
How about you
come
read
on.
an article, Pav?
I'm not going to read an article. I don't know what you're talking about.
Then shut the hell up.
Pav, we all know you put the sex in dyslexia.
Yes. Yes, I do.
It's not what I would have said, but okay.
Because you're no fun.
All right.
No, I think I'm a lot more fun.
Fucking next article.
What's that mean?
Ew.
Me review.
Derailing the topic again.
That's why we're here. All right. Moving back to our favorite. Yes, that's how words work. Favorite publication, because we just go back there every week, almost every week.
Because we genuinely like their articles.
They're funny.
They are
Exactly.
funny.
There are only a few times where I've been like, what the fuck is this writer?
I mean, after that one with the fucking Chicago Dem, I'm like,
Wait,
holy
is?
shit.
Did you just say is?
Yeah.
What the fuck is this writer?
Yeah.
It's probably human.
Maybe.
Did
you
just
see how I wrote it?
Did you just assume their
didn't-
species?
I didn't say they were native English speaking humans. Just that they were probably humans.
Probably.
Oh, Pav, this is actually one that you should probably read. You would get a kick out of this one.
If you want, I'll read it and Pop can laugh at
All
it.
right. Are we talking about the Ohio teacher?
The Ohio
We
teacher.
are.
Oh shit.
Oh.
The stream's been paused this entire time for me.
Good job.
Well, that's strange. All right.
That's a good job, Pav.
Hey, you're just
I am
extending our watch
so
time.
glad.
You're just extending our watch
I am-
time. It's fine. We'll hit those 1,000 hours.
I'm so glad we promoted you to host instead of program manager. We wouldn't know what we were doing if you were still program manager.
Oh.
Hey, I've only been slacking for the past 3 months.
Exactly.
Something like that. I stopped counting after
Alright.
2. Okay.
Ohio teacher resigns after asking students to rate the accessibility of incest and puppy killing.
I really like how you screw those words up. Acceptability, accessibility.
This is the reason why you're reading.
No, this is the reason why you're reading.
No,
It's entertaining for everyone.
I'm not reading this. No, fuck off.
All right, fine. I'll pick up this.
Come on. That's you. All you did was read the first line.
The activity of this nature would never be considered acceptable. An Ohio school teacher resigned Monday after she was suspended for giving her 10th grade class a morality quiz that involved rating the acceptability of
Provocative.
Provocative scenarios. Thank you, Jesus Christ. I don't know why the fuck I'm doing this. Scenarios, including incest and puppy killing. Sarah Gillum, 35.
Wait, so she was suspended,
and then she resigned.
I thought what happened, like with the way this
Oh, the way the title
is worded.
Yeah.
I thought that she had resigned after getting, like feeling really, really bad that none of the students were into incest and puppy killing like she was.
You could think that.
That's what I was thinking.
Well,
it's like, wow.
Well, let's just pull up her internet search history and see how many live leak links she has.
Right. All right, go back to you, Pav.
All right. Sarah Gillum, 35, who taught English at a Hillard Bradley High School. Thank you.
The next word is more, and the word after that is more.
So 5 more. Was put on, and I fucked up the whole sentence. I don't even know what I'm reading.
This is why you read sometimes, Pav.
Indefinite paid leave last week after the word of the exercise got out and caused a hullabaloo that was reported on Tuesday by the Columbus Dispatch.
Did this guy actually say hullabaloo?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I actually read it out loud. Gillum handed out the quiz last Wednesday on her language arts to her language arts. God damn it, what am I doing? The students were asked, this is just painful for everybody that's listening. Students were asked to rate 36 scenarios on a 7-step scale from not okay to okay.
Why are there 7 steps? Why are there 7 steps?
I have to say that, Pav, the only reason this is painful for anybody to be watching is because their ribs hurt from laughing too hard.
Fuck you.
Okay, so she teaches English. My field is doomed.
I could have told you that before you got your degree.
You could have told me that before I dropped out of tech school.
Dude, seriously, there's a reason why I call your degree useless.
I call it useless too.
I thought it was because it was the one, Buck was the one that was holding the degree, but
are you telling me? Are you
this part of it?
Are you telling me this $20,000 souvenir I bought while on vacation in college isn't going to sell for anything?
Not in your hands.
I mean, I will buy it for $1 if you can slap my name on it instead of yours.
Well, I don't have Photoshop, so I'm desperate for that $1.
Yeah, you're never gonna be able to buy it or sell it. I said sell. I didn't say buy it all. I said sell.
I will buy my own degree from myself. I'll buy my degree from you for $1.
I mean,
I'd like
that'd probably be the best value degree I'd ever get.
Can you score me a theoretical degree in physics?
I was going to respond immediately, but I started coughing.
I have a response that uses theoretical somewhere in the sentence, but I just can't for the life of me figure it out.
So here's the thing about theoretical physics and their degrees. The degree exists and it doesn't exist at the same time.
It's
'Cause
Schrodinger's
it's
degree.
theoretical.
Exactly, it's Schrodinger's degree. It is the
Yours.
epitome of quantum and theoretical physics.
Oh my god, it's epitome. Not epitome, epitome.
Nope, epitome.
Fuck you.
Epitome would be spelled with a Y.
No, epitome still does an E.
EPITOMAY.
I'm officially staying out of this conversation because it falls in my bounds of ignorance.
Listen, as an ordained grammar Nazi, I'm gonna fucking put this shit to bed.
I disagree.
I have been ordained
I don't.
by
I do
by
not,
the English Führer himself.
I do not recognize the validity of the ordaining body. So screw you.
It's
How did this
epitome.
just go into us shit talking each other. We've left the entire compounds of the article completely.
Okay, it's
This is the
epitome.
most
Fight
fun.
me, boy.
Dude, all three of us know that if you and I were to fight, I would win.
I'd shoot myself first. You'll
With a
never take
22?
me alive.
So you're saying that I would take you alive, but only after you shot yourself in the arm?
With an airsoft gun. Because, you
That
know...
describes you so well.
I'm so confused.
Oh, no, that hurts.
Now, why'd you have to go and pull a thing like that?
I hear a gun talking in the background.
If
Or is that your fucking vape? Boy, don't you mess with me. I got a loaded vape.
Oh, shit. No, that was me taking the battery out of me.
that
Fucking
was
gun.
That's what it sounded like.
I mean, when it's this far away from the fucking microphone.
No. Let me tell you the difference between the sound of him taking the batteries out of his vape and the sound of a gun. It's the difference between the and the eh.
Well, or it could just be the fact that, you know, the difference would have to not include me for one and include me for the other.
Yeah, you're more of the eh.
Yeah.
See?
So, Pig, I think after the stream I'm going to post pictures of my airsoft pistol so you can see just how fucking cringy it is.
After?
I mean,
I am...
Okay, I'm gonna keep
Shit's
reading
gonna-
the
shit's
article,
gonna
even
get
though I shouldn't be.
Weird if I have to be opening links in the middle
yeah,
of the stream.
keep reading the article.
Yeah.
The first scenarios were relatively PG. A woman demands entry into an all-male club. A man refuses to cooperate with the police during a traffic stop. And someone calls a homeless man begging for spare change a loser and keeps walking. Then things got a little weird. Using both a condom and a pill, a brother and sister decide that they want to sleep with each other. Just once to see what it would be like. Read one of the scenarios according to Fox 28 Columbus.
Wow, a little bit weird.
I love how they had to use that they used protection, but instead of just saying they had to use protection, they said a condom and a pill. But the fact that it needed to be stated beforehand, okay, well, I mean, I could understand that. Like,
It means
the
they've
fact
thought
that
about it.
creating children would probably be the slightly immoral, like the bigger immoral thing because of the problem that happens when you have incest. Moving on.
Wow.
Jesus Christ, this teacher.
The quiz also asked whether it is acceptable for a baker to refuse to bake a cake for a gay couple, a man to kill a baby rabbit with a knife on live TV, and for a woman to bash in the heads of unwanted puppies with a stone. Wow. Okay.
Wow, she went full bore on these ones. I swear.
Jesus.
Jesus Christ.
You could have stopped at bashing the heads of unwanted puppies. You had to add with a fucking stone. Like, how primitive are you? Jesus Christ.
I feel like she went online and just looked up some really fucked up articles to make this quiz.
See, this quiz is what happens. This quiz is what happens when you are a normie, and this is your first time on 4chan.
Yeah, I guess.
And you're just like, oh, you can do that? Spines bend that way?
Right?
Okay.
I mean,
Jesus. All right. So Todd Sandberg, a parent of one of them, quickly posted the exercise on a Facebook page for the Hillard. Is that how it's pronounced? Hillard?
There's an I in there. Hilliard. But
Hilliard.
like Juilliard.
This is still such a
Hilliard.
fucking terrible word.
I don't like it either.
Residents. To his mind, the quiz inappropriately exposed students to an adult material and sought to desiccate morality and dictate morality. Thank you.
I mean, the test is desiccating morality. You're not wrong there.
hey
political
guys,
ideology
have you guys actually seen any desiccated concepts?
No.
I knew it was going to cause a firestorm, Sandberg said. He said he wanted parents to be on the lookout for what their children were being taught in schools. Like, okay, hold on. Let's roll this back, okay? Like, I'm gonna make a lot of jokes. We've already made a lot of jokes. But I don't have any issue with her giving her students this. At all.
The overall test? No.
Well, okay, hold on. Was it a test or a survey?
It was a quiz.
Okay, so they were right answers. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
That throws the context a little bit different.
Yeah.
It being a quiz indicates that there were right answers and there were wrong answers.
Yeah.
Now, if it was just a survey and it took some of the concepts out of it, then it would have been a pretty standard survey. But it was a quiz.
I don't. Well, hold on. You're talking about morality, right? You're talking about like all these different kinds of things. The question, using both a condom and a pill, a brother and sister decided that they want to sleep with each other. In a morality survey, not a quiz, because like it's more of just like surveying it. I don't have any issue with that question.
Yeah, neither do I.
Okay. Really, any of the other questions that are being posed? Now, granted, if there were right answers,
I also have to preface it me not having a problem with these questions as to if they were to adults.
Yeah.
I do have a problem with those types of questions being asked of children.
Of 10th graders?
No. They're still children.
10th grade is 15.
No, that's 19. That's 9th grade. They're 16, but they're still children.
Well, okay, I was 14 in 9th grade. I was 15 in 10th grade. My junior year, 16 was. So.
Shit, sorry.
Yeah.
Stop beating your wife, Pav. Come on.
I believe there are certain subjects that.
Fuck, you think I can get a wife? What is this?
Mail order brides are a thing.
I think there are certain subjects that teachers should get permission from parents to cover.
Yeah.
And that's one of those subjects.
Fuck, my family had to do a permission slip for sex ed. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah, same here. But there's a difference between sexual education and taboos. So like that's
Yeah,
something
no,
that's
that
this
makes
should
sense.
not be.
Yeah, but you're talking about, I don't know, you're talking about morality, and for me, I just don't have an issue with it at all.
And you're fine to not have an issue with it. I do. It's like morality is no place for a teacher to even really be teaching. That is for parents to decide. That is for parents to teach. That is the parents' job to teach
Well,
morality.
I guess
So-
that would, I guess that would slightly imply. Now, granted, yes, we're talking about this as a quiz. Like, the reality of the situation was this was a quiz, and that implies that there were right and wrong answers. Granted, but if we're just talking like in a hypothetical, um, where my issue, and it seems where your issue is almost the idea that what comes after the survey, like what she's planning on, how she's planning on using the survey in class.
Basically.
Yeah, and I can see like that if she was you know, doing it as kind of just, you know, setting it up to be, you know, okay, so this scenario right here is determined by the majority of you as this.
Degenerates.
And then having,
Degenerates. All of you.
Fucking degenerate.
but
Well, let me try to clarify some things really quick. First, she's an English teacher. There are certain bodies of work that are taught in English class, at least when I was going through school, that broached on a lot of these subjects. And the way that these subjects were taught and talked about was more of how they were viewed the time that these bodies of work were written. It
Right.
was, and it asked children, like teenagers, really, to explore why it was taboo then and how they understand the views on it today. Whereas, and so on and so forth. I have no idea what I was going to say next about this, but I just thought I would bring this up, that there are certain ways that you can do this, that you can teach these things, rather than just coming out and saying it like this, because all that's doing is like putting weird thoughts into people's heads. It's not really exploring the consequences of the actions and whatnot.
Yeah.
oh yeah, I can see what you're saying.
It's like there are several. I think Macbeth.
In Macbeth's one.
I think Macbeth actually goes into some of the topics, some of the taboo topics. No, it's one of the Shakespearean ones, but I also know that King Arthur, a lot of the King Arthur stories,
Arthurian
at least
legends,
when it
yeah.
comes. Yeah, the Arthurian legends actually cover this too, and when I was going through school, we actually covered the Arthurian legends and the morals and that the stories imparted on people. You know, what the things that those stories were trying to teach people. You know, and that's I'm okay with, but just coming out and blatantly putting it in their face and not actually giving the context of the situation and what the consequences could possibly be. Yeah, I'm not okay with that. But then again, I'm not a teacher, so I don't really I can't really tell them, hey, no, you have to do it a different way. What way is that? I don't know. Just don't do it that way.
Well, I mean, then you're looking at like the psychological significance as opposed to the moral significance, shall we say? I don't know.
Right. I like not only that,
Like with
but
the Bible. I mean,
well, yeah. I mean, even the Bible has a lot of stories within it that tries to teach morality and,
Right,
and
and
show consequences for certain things that you shouldn't do.
right. And
Right.
the point is not is this right or wrong? It's like, okay, what is this story trying? What is the moral of the story? What is it trying to teach? Whether or not it's right or wrong, what is it trying to teach?
Like, what is it trying to say is a wrong thing to do, and why it's wrong? It's
Mm-hmm.
like there are certain stories in the Bible that are incredibly valuable just for the morality, the lesson that it's trying to teach. And then again, there are also certain stories, Leviticus, that you don't really want them teaching those types of morals. You
Yeah.
know?
Oh, yeah, yeah. I feel you there. So, article.
Yeah, article. You're not done yet, Puff. Where'd Puff go?
I don't know.
I think he ran away.
Do I have to substitute for him?
I'm sorry, I'm back.
Okay.
There he is.
So, as anticipated, he was not alone in his concerns. Another Ohio town, I refuse to try and read that.
Unpronounceable Falls.
was rocked by a similar outrage last month after it was revealed that a local middle schoolers had been asked to rank the worth of human lives based on the characteristics like race, religion, and sexuality.
What the fuck?
Oh, yeah. Oh, V did a whole video on this.
Wait, okay, so they're asked to rank human lives based off of race, religion, and sexuality.
You had things like, you're like, the world is doomed. You're going to be the next colony in space. Who do you take with you? And here's a list of options you have. Like, one of them was like a racist police officer. That was the description, is a racist police officer. Or things like an African-American medical student. An
That just sounds
80-year-old...
like the setup to a bad movie.
No, I mean, really, it was.
That sounds like a setup for
But
a very cataclysmic run in RimWorld.
It's just like all the qualifiers were, you have a race, religion, and an occupation, and those were the qualifiers for each person you wanted to take with you, or your options for going into space, where you have these options.
Well, I mean, that's pretty heavy, but I feel...
Well, I mean, middle schoolers aren't going to know, like, religious ideology as well as an adult.
Or even understand the psychology behind why and why
Right.
not.
They're not going to have all that mentality behind them. So when they say, "Well, I'm going to pick this," fucking 11 to 13-year-olds, like, holy
They're asked
shit.
to rank. Jesus Christ. In both of these places, parents seemed primarily worried that their children were being exposed to inappropriate and perhaps excessively liberal ideas, while such concerns are while such concerns are nothing new among the conservatory-minded Americans.
Well, I know the bent of this article.
Just a little bit. Liberals have seemingly been accused of sheltering their children from the ideas and challenging them. I don't think this has anything to do with that. Like, I wouldn't call you a liberal there, Big.
I think
I'm more of a centrist.
I think this article is trying to be charitable, because keep in mind, I've looked up the bias rating for the pluralist, and it's been cited as center left. So I think they're trying to make an effort of here's what the opposition says, but are they doing a good job? I don't know.
I would actually describe myself as a centrist libertarian.
Mm.
So more of a classical liberal type person. Not the new liberal socialist crap.
Yeah, not the DSA.
I don't think this is a conservative liberal problem, to be honest.
I believe that this is just a problem where it's
I'm looking at all the fucking ats in the fucking tweet about this test. Sean Hannity, Donald Trump, Bradley Reed, James Woods, Mike Huckabee, Fox News, whoever fucked up mind is, fucking Paul
Prison
Joseph Watson and Tucker Carlson.
Notice that Tucker Carlson is last.
Well, okay,
Well,
so-
imagine my shock.
By the way, has anybody else noticed that Sinatra Says seems to be really, really gay for Tucker Carlson?
I think that was established a long ass time ago.
I mean,
Okay.
It's
Just making sure I'm not the only one who's been noticing this over the last year.
I like Tucker, but I don't watch Sinatra stream Tucker shit every day. It's like, why? I can just watch
Yeah,
Fox
no,
News for
that's-
that shit.
Exactly. He built an entire stream slot over just watching Tucker Carlson.
All right, kids, it's Tucker time. Get out those dicks.
What?
Dicks out for Tucker. That's fuck. I'll have to invade one of Sinatra's streams and be like hashtag dicks out for Tucker.
Do it.
It used to be one of his regulars too, so that just kind of fell by the wayside.
I've never really been a fan of Sinatra. He's
Neither have I. But it's
mean-
for really weird reasons as well as.
Well,
like,
I
actual reasons.
can't stand the way he speaks.
No,
I hate that he has a very new age channel with the name Sinatra.
I cannot stand how he himself is very quiet when speaking, but all of the clips that he throws into his videos are so fucking loud.
his
Okay,
audio,
all
his
right,
audio
when-
balance is
I
off.
Alright,
literally-
When have
I-
Go ahead.
Who are you talking to, me or Buck?
I'm not saying what I'm saying and letting whoever talks first go ahead.
Okay, Pig, you're up.
Okay, so all of the videos that I have watched, I have been barely able to hear him. So I turn it up so I can hear him. And then whatever he's criticizing pops up, and I have to turn it down because my ears start bleeding.
Okay, so
It's
that's
it-
that's
Go
just
ahead.
an issue across all of YouTube. No one understands how to sound mix at all.
I don't have that problem with most of the YouTubers I watch. They actually sound mixed pretty well. As in the leveling is very good. Is like the volume of their voice and the volume of whatever it is they're watching is not bad. One person, Jeremy, whatever his name, the quartering.
Mhm.
Yeah, he sometimes has that problem where I can't hear him and I can hear whatever he's saying and vice versa, but it doesn't
Sargon.
happen. Yeah, Sargon I don't have that problem with.
Sargon has that issue on some of his live streams, but
Well,
no,
that's a live stream issue thing. It's like
You're
yeah,
talking about
I-
recorded videos.
I'm talking about recorded videos. Live streams I can understand the leveling being a little bit off because you have to kind of do that on point, like right when
Yeah.
you're doing it.
Yeah.
It's like even Nick and Jeff have that issue from time to time where
Yeah.
the leveling just isn't there until Jeff realizes the leveling isn't there and he fixes it.
Well, hell, it's like with this show. Honestly, like I've gotten some complaints about, hey, I gotta fix the audio, and hey, chat, let me know. Is it bad? Am I too loud? Are they too soft? Tell me, please, fucking tell me. I want to fix it.
Yeah, but it
know,
seems to be just such a pervasive problem with Sinatra, and it doesn't change. It doesn't help the fact that the way he speaks, his voice sounds like he's inhaling when he speaks rather than exhaling.
He has a nasally tone.
yeah, like me.
No,
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 no.
dude, you
You
sound
cannot.
like you sound like you're exhaling when you speak. He sounds like I'm trying to talk like this.
And I
all
gotta
the time.
I gotta hold back my breath because if I don't, I'll suffocate. I like
Yeah.
I like his content, but sometimes just listening to him talk, it's like,
I
Now
I
he
I actually
makes
don't like him.
he sometimes makes decent content, for my personal tastes. But I also he had his head so far up Takasaw's ass for a while that I just
Yeah.
like, dude, whatever.
Yeah, I
just
couldn't.
just go back to the fucking Ghost Poo podcast and play Steakhouse or Gay Bar. I like that. Come on.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know.
I've
I
caught
find him.
Go ahead.
I find him way too biased.
No,
way
he's
too
very
fucking biased.
he's very right leaning.
He's pretty hard conservative, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I like Irate Bear. I like Drunken Uncle. I don't like Sinatra. I mean, that's honestly that's why I don't watch the Ghost Poo podcast, is because Sinatra's on there, and it just kind of it's like, nothing against him as a person. He can believe whatever he wants. I'm not down with that.
Does Ranting Monkey still make
Sometimes.
content?
Yeah.
See,
I mean,
I actually.
they do live streams almost every single night. And that seems to be the extent of his content for the most part recently. I think for the last 6 months, that's been the extent of his content.
Holy shit! Yeah, no, he hasn't uploaded a video. Like, he uploaded one 6 days ago, and then the previous video before that was 2 months ago.
Yeah.
And then the previous one before that was 4 months ago.
Yeah. He has become mostly a streamer with Scribelight and Sots 2 cents.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what? Okay, so what happened to what's her name? The chick that was with them? Because
I think that wasn't that Day is Dead.
No. Her name was something along the lines of, I don't know. She was hold on.
I think she went to college.
She still makes her own YouTube videos.
I don't know. She was replaced by Sots though.
Oh, Some Dumb American.
Some Dumb American, yeah. I remember her being on there, but I don't know why she stopped doing the show. I'm not really too worried about it though, because it's been such a long time since she's been on the show. But yeah, I don't know why she stopped being part of the show.
Oh Jesus! Like, I went back far enough to see Mouthy Buddha in the alt-right video. Jesus, that's been a long ass time.
Yeah. I don't know if Satsu makes videos anymore, or if he just does the streaming, because I don't think I'm subscribed to Satsu anymore. A lot of his videos I just wasn't really interested in, but I enjoy, like, every once in a while catching them on their gaming streams. In fact, I play Ark on their Scorched Earth server. So it's like I almost as soon as I'm actually able to, whenever they're doing their cave runs, their cave raids, or their boss fights, I'm going to be trying to join in on that.
I don't know why I want to try and debate Sinatra on the Second Amendment, in the sense of the wording. Okay, so here's my case. The wording doesn't say every American should have a gun, but every American has the right to defend themselves by any means necessary, including guns. And his case seems to be like every American needs a gun, and it's like, well, no.
Okay, yeah, no.
But
every American has the right to have one.
But every American has the legally defensible right to self-defense by any means necessary, including firearms. Like, I got into this discussion with my dad, and he's like, "Well, no, that means every American needs a gun." And I'm like, "No, it doesn't." But that doesn't mean guns are illegal.
I do agree with you. Every American has a right to bear arms, whatever arm that form that arm takes is not worded.
Yeah.
Arms is just in that area. Arms was sword, spear, musket. So
Cannon.
guns, swords,
Cannon was included.
spears. No, it was not.
No.
And I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Cannons were not man portable.
That's fair.
The second amendment was there. If you read the whole thing, it goes into what arms it was that it was considered for every American citizen to have the right to bear, and it was, I can't remember the exact wording, but it basically said any weapon that a person can carry themselves, take care of themselves, aim themselves, and fire themselves, so
Right.
on and so forth.
Yeah.
So this excludes cannons, at the time Gatling guns, because they had Gatling guns when this
Yeah.
was
Crank action, yeah.
and it excludes today tanks and things like that, and
Yeah, I mean,
and
you do need a
and
crew to run
fighter
a tank.
planes. Yeah, and fighter planes and drones and everything like that. We don't have the right to those types of weapons because they're not man portable. They're crew served weapons.
Yeah, that makes sense. And my dad and I were talking about this. He's like, well, no, like if you like, he told me, and he's very conservative. Like he said, if you look at the firepower we have today, the founding fathers would be astounded and probably shocked by it. I'm like, are you sure? Are you really sure? Like in the context of resisting an oppressive government, are you sure they'd be shocked or be like, yeah, fuck yeah?
Oh, hey, by the way,
let's do it.
By the way, I forgot to mention, and looking at the chat, Cynic freaking out actually reminded me. Cynic is actually often on their ARC streams.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
he?
he's actually part of their ARC streams quite often.
Sweet.
I did not know that. That's awesome, Cynic.
Yeah.
I might have to
start
watching him.
The next ARC stream should be on Sunday. Yeah,
okay.
next Sunday. Because that's when they do an ARC stream every Sunday night. Last night was kind of lame because Satsu was just making a dumb castle that I named Fort Dirty Pillows, and I actually put a sign up right out in front of it that says Fort Dirty Pillows. I would have done the billboard, but I didn't want to waste the engram points on a billboard just to name the castle Fort Dirty Pillows with a billboard.
I'm sorry, love. It's talking to fucking dirty pillows. I'm sorry. It won't come out.
No. See, this is what it is. It's like whenever a female is trying to take from you your precious seed, all you have to do is this: hoof her in the front butt, grab and twist her dirty pillows, and when she cries out in pain and cringes, run away.
What? I lost the plot of this conversation. Like,
so he was laughing about dirty pillows, and so I decided to bring up the meme that actually inspired me to call it Dirty Pillows. And it is all about, hey guys, whenever a evil female tries to no, it's front butt.
Front butt.
It in the meme, in the original meme, it was literally front butt. It was hoof her in the front butt, grab her by the dirty pillows and twist, and when she cries out in pain, run away. It made me giggle for a solid 5-10 minutes when I first saw it. I had to keep going back to it to look again. But yeah, Lords of the Night they do is their stream that they do every other night, I think, and they alternate between Monkeys, Scribe Lights, and Satsu's channels for that.
Uh-huh.
And they do varying game streams. They do the Ark server one. They have what is that one? It's the Raft one, and they also do 7 Days to Die.
Okay.
Hmm.
I don't follow them, so I can't really. Yeah, well, I'm so good, but I'm just
No,
like,
they've got some pretty interesting content, and I do enjoy catching the occasional stream, the occasional Lords of the Night.
Okay.
But that's only when I'm not. That's only when I actually have the energy to be sitting on YouTube listening to other people talk shit
Yeah.
about
Yeah, for sure.
things. And it's not very often that I do that. It's like I still only, even though they changed the nights to more doable nights, I still only very occasionally actually catch a YouTube Saints episode live.
Yeah, my
So
job.
I'm always
My second
Well,
job is seeing to that. Like, they start at what fucking 6:30 on Fridays now. It's like, oh shit, I'm on my way back from work then, and then it's just like I get back. I got
Yeah,
stuff to do. It's
more
like,
often
God
than
damn it.
not, more often than not with me on Fridays, I'm actually going to bed, like
Yeah,
like a quarter of the way into the show, because by the time Friday rolls around, I am so exhausted I don't want to stay up past 9.
yeah. I think I'll try to.
they've been starting to do it at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Fridays.
I'm at work then. God damn it.
So am I. So am I.
Ah!
But I'm at work for every day that they do freaking streams.
I know. It's just like
Like when they switch it to Thursday, I work Thursday night. When they have it on Wednesday, I've started working Wednesdays. When they had it on Sunday, I work every Sunday.
I think I'll leave the Saints a nice, generous super chat to be like, hey, I still believe in you, but god damn it, I can't make these hours. Because I have fucking...
Well, that's why they
changed them up to
Friday.
begin with. Yeah.
Is because they actually got quite a few comments on every single stream. It's like the majority of the comments were like saying that that they wish that they were on a day where whoever it was could actually watch them, but Sunday was just impossible for a lot of people.
Right, which
for the majority of people who really
I can't blame them for it, honestly, all things considered.
I can't either. I mean, that's why I didn't really watch their shows on Sunday nights, because Sunday night, I mean, I'm getting ready to go to work the very next day, and I can't afford to stay up till like midnight and 12:30, because if I actually watch the stream, I will stick around and I will end up getting involved in the after stream and the after party and things like that.
Yep, I feel you there. So,
Speaking of after parties, do we have? Yes, we finally have the Discord linked in the show.
yes,
All right.
Good.
I did a good thing. Sort of.
You sure did. Finally.
Finally, yeah.
So, those of y'all who are actually watching who aren't part of the Discord, which I think everybody is, you'll find the link there. Feel free
It'll be in the
to
video description.
share. Yeah, feel free to share the show and thumbs up the show like I'm doing right now, and
Woo!
make sure you get people involved, like get spread us around like herpes,
Yeah.
you know, because
Yeah,
we
it's
do
the
like-
whoring hour.
We do love our viewers. Like, no, we do. I will give you a fucking blowjob, and it's not gay. Just, boy, we need that publicity.
When your
So-
friend gives you a blowjob, it doesn't say no homo.
You're gonna
So
subscribe,
Buck
right?
says- when Buck says he'll give you a blowjob, he's really serious about it. He wants to take that shot down the throat.
Yeah, I mean, if you just fucking like put your dick up my own 1014, there's your blowjob.
He
There we go.
really,
It's a
he
big barrel.
really wants that tonsil. He really wants that tonsil massage.
Nah, man, they're gonna fucking fuck my shotgun. Literally. I can get a new one, I'm sure. Maybe. Don't tell the
Anyways,
manufacturer.
I think we have one more segment to cover,
We do. We kind of
and this
burned
is an interesting one.
Are we talking about
The Thing. Yes, we're talking about The
talking
Thing.
about the daily local news?
Yes, we are
article?
totally talking about the daily local news guy.
This damn ad. Okay, come over here then. Fuck CNN and their ads. Fuck them. Okay.
Yes.
So, this man. Fucking Weather Channel. Let's take a look.
Are we playing the video?
Yep. If it will actually fucking play for me.
I was gonna
Not
say,
gonna be a
looks like it's not
goddamn
even
black
loading.
screen. What the hell is this? Are you kidding? Ay, 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 ay. Come on. Just play
What's
the
it
clip.
doing?
It's having a stroke, apparently. Here we go.
Picking it up here in Wilmington, North Carolina, right at the Intracoast going. We're in
You got so excited when it started. Welcome to Florida. You can see. You could even see in the freaking
Background.
planter box. In the freaking planter box that he's standing right next to, that the wind isn't that strong.
Okay, this fucking statement. What? What? Okay, god damn it. Oh, Jesus, fuck. Okay, it's important to note that the two individuals in the background are walking on concrete, and Mike Seidel is trying to maintain his footing on wet grass after putting on air until 1 a.m. Eastern time this morning and is undoubtedly exhausted. Motherfucker, the pavement is right there! It's right...
All I have to say is that if he was in the middle, if he was like in the middle of a full-on urban city, skyscrapers and all, then him standing out in the middle of the street and then them standing in a cross street,
On the sidewalk there, yeah.
I could buy that. Because it's like when I was in Okinawa, I freaking was driving around in Naha. I think it was Naha that I was actually in. Yeah, it's
Someplace
it was
in Japan.
Naha City. There was tall buildings, skyscrapers, that whole urban thing like New York. And when you went into the cross streams, as in the streets that were aligned in the same direction as the wind was blowing, holy crap. It was like driving into a wall of wind.
Yeah?
And then you would get through that wall of wind and it was nothing. So if it was in that kind of area, I could understand the dudes in the background walking around on the sidewalk with no problem while he's struggling against the wind. But
this isn't Japan.
That's
But
no, that's not
it's
a
also-
city.
But
Not
it's
even
also
that.
wasn't even the argument that was being presented by the Weather Channel.
I know.
Just Jesus Christ.
I
mean,
know.
like,
It's just
If the difference
This
is,
is stupid.
grass versus not grass, it's like the fucking asphalt is 3 feet from you, if that.
it's not even 3 feet. It's probably less than 2. Look at his left foot. It is
Just
literally
step down and be fine.
within. All he had to do was
Oh my god.
half step left 2 steps, and he would have been on the pavement and not whatever they said that he was trying to do.
Not struggling against the wind. I mean, like, I've had times coming back from fucking Bellingham where, like, the wind's really strong in my car, like, on the freeway. But it's like, I get to where I'm going, get out of the car. It's like, there's no wind. Though there is wind, but it's like, I'm not being knocked over. I drive a little 94 Civic, so, a light breeze will threaten to knock that thing over, but the gas mileage is insane.
Which is why I still have my Hyundai Elantra.
That's an SUV?
No,
No.
that's a sedan.
Okay, 4-door?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. You got a bit of heft to that thing, but yeah.
It's pretty good gas mileage. I get 32 to 36 highway miles.
Nice, very nice.
Most of my driving is on the highway in the area.
Yep. Sounds about right.
But I don't want it anymore. I want a truck. Gas mileage be damned.
Like, we talking a Toyota or a Ford?
I'm not sure yet. I don't think I can afford a Ford right now.
That's sad.
No, Fords and Dodges are actually way more expensive than Toyota.
Huh. Well,
I
mean,
actually
just
looked into it.
Given that they're American companies, it's like, huh, why?
But they're also the quality of their vehicles and the popularity of their vehicles is like, you used to be able to get a Ford or a Dodge for like however much you're spending on a Hyundai Elantra right now, like
Okay.
16 to 20,000.
Yeah.
Now you're lucky if you could get any pickup truck for less than 40.
Huh. Like, we're talking top of the line model.
We're talking like F-150
Oh, shit.
line models. You know,
Jesus.
though the things that back in the day were not top of the line, but now are suddenly top of the line.
For some reason. Have you looked into the Chevys?
The Chevys are the exact same.
Is this okay?
Chevy, Dodge, Ford, they all... GMC is the worst, but then again, GMC is the best. Well, Chevy and GMC are the exact same company, but
Yeah.
it's like, I want a Sierra so bad.
Okay.
But that's a $60,000 truck.
Yeah.
But it's the best truck, which is why I want it.
Yeah.
But I am probably I might end up with a Sonoma, a GMC Sonoma, which is more affordable and about the size that I actually need.
Yep.
Um,
You're not going to be
I
towing
might
a
end
boat
up
with
with.
You're not going to be towing a boat
no.
or something. Or okay. You just
No.
need it for the hauling
No.
capacity.
All I need is the bed and the 4-wheel drive,
Right.
and I'll be good. I might go with a Toyota. I might go with Nissan. I don't know. It's really just going to depend on what I can afford, which one feels right when I drive it.
Right.
You know, I was while I had the company vehicle commuting in the mornings before I got my my work van. I was driving a Ford Ranger. I think it was a 2006 Ranger
Okay.
before they discontinued the Ranger,
That's
and
reassuring.
I loved it.
Okay.
Yeah, I loved it. It's like my first vehicle was a truck,
Okay.
right? My second vehicle was a truck.
Okay.
My third vehicle was a big truck. My fourth vehicle was back to a light truck. I love trucks. Always have. they're great to drive. The visibility in them is amazing. The comfort is really, really there with how with how the seats are positioned.
Mm-hmm.
You're up off of the ground for the most part. It's like
Depending on the
driving
model,
around
but
in a
yeah.
car. Driving around in a car, I feel like I'm laying down to drive, and I can't stand it. It's
I feel like you're
horrible
face
for
level with the fucking bumper.
it's horrible for my back. I cannot see worth a damn over all of the vehicles around me because everyone's taller than me.
Mm-hmm.
It's just I fucking hate it. And I can't haul things like a fucking couch. I can't even haul a fucking couch from one place to another.
No, I feel you there. I had a roommate who wanted to move out of our apartment to another one, and he wanted me to help him move. I'm like, okay. I had a '96 Pontiac Bonneville at the time, which is, fucking land yacht, town car, but like we fit a fucking futon in the back seat. Somehow, we crammed a fucking futon in there, but goddamn, I hated hauling things. It was great in the snow because it was so fucking heavy, but beyond that, it's like I wish I had a truck to do this.
Those are the only redeeming features for the Elantra for me right now. It's like I like hatchbacks.
Yeah,
because you sit in them a little bit differently, but
they're kind of a mid-range.
Yeah. The gas mileage is really good.
Yeah.
The it's front wheel drive, and when I got it, I was up in the north where there was snow, and I knew there was going to be snow. So front wheel drive was better than rear wheel drive, which were my only two options. And it was a good family car because at the time I was still with my ex-wife, hoping that things would work out fine and we could be a family.
Yep.
Mistakes were made.
Ones were rolled.
Uh-huh.
That's a pretty fucking juvenile way of putting it. Holy shit.
And yeah, that's just I hate the car. My wife hates the car. Because it's uncomfortable to sit in. I have to have
especially for your wife. I mean,
No,
really,
it's-
practically speaking, I mean, if she's got the leg thing going, then yeah, you'd want a car that's comfy for her and for you.
Well, yeah, I mean, she has an easier time. She actually has an easier time in this car than I do because of
Okay.
my back. I have to have a seat cushion with extra, like, really firm lumbar support for me to be able to drive in this thing more than 10 minutes.
Okay.
It is that bad. Anyways, we've been going on.
Yeah.
Yes, we
Yeah,
have, because we like to do that. It's almost 11 your time. So
Yep, it is definitely time for me to go and take a shower and go to sleep
Yep.
because I smell funny. Ladies and gentlemen, I think there's still ladies in the audience right
Hopefully.
now.
First ever
has been
locked and
Monday.
loaded female audience viewers.
This has been your Monday night locked and loaded with Sergeant Buck, Pav, and I. Thank you for coming out. Gentlemen, say your goodbyes.
Before I do that, why is my name Pog?
I don't make the rules.
Why is my name Bacon?
I had
No, I had everything to do with the name changes. I'm just asking you, why is my name Bacon?
Are you cooked? Are you sizzling hot? What is this?
He's
It was
certainly-
arbitrary decisions made. I saw your name and I was thinking Pav. What sounds like Pav? What are those little cardboard circle thingies with slammers that were trying to take the place of marbles back in the 90s. Pogs. That's
See,
Pog's new name. Pog.
I was going to be an unlicensed European meme dealer, but someone stole that job from me. V.
And now you're meme fugitive because you were a fugitive from the law.
Yeah. But hold on. The book you're in the U.S.
Yeah. Who knows if the EU
It
will still come
wasn't-
after
it-
me
it-
for it?
There was nothing logical about it. It was just arbitrary. He's an unlicensed meme dealer. What happens to unlicensed meme dealers? They become meme fugitives.
It makes perfect sense. All right, let's sign off here.
All right.
Remember, guys. Subscribe, hit the bell button, hit the like button, join the Discord, follow us on Twitter, all that.
Share this stuff like an
Pizzazz.
STD because I hope we're entertaining.
No, seriously.
Are
Share
we
like an
entertaining?
STD, even if we aren't entertaining.
Share it anyway.
Thank you and good night.
Good night, everybody.
Guten Tag. I think that's right. No, maybe.
That's
No.
good day,
Oh, shit.
jackass.